gentlemen, please rise and welcome the Montgomery High School faculty. To every graduate, every parent, every educator, and every administrator, I feel that there is a universal sentiment about today that can be characterized in one simple action. Yes, it has been 4 incredibly long years of late nights, hard work, stress, anxiety, and classes. Funnily enough, it has also been an incredibly short 4 years of the moments that we all look back on fondly. Those first days of school, sporting events, pep rallies, dances, parties, lunches with friends, and most importantly, those last days of school, such as this. And as for these last months, the constant barrage of the phrase, "these months are gonna fly," did not even slightly do it justice. It was like we got off the plane from Disney and Miss Jones just handed me a stack of prom tickets. Before I continue, I'd like to touch upon these 2 events. I have never been prouder to be a part of the class of 2018 than I was in Florida and at prom. During my speech in Epcot, I pleaded that we not waste these last opportunities, that we go into our concluding months together in Montgomery as a unified class. I remember hearing the chaperones in Disney having to shout to get everyone off the street at night. Everyone was talking and laughing with stories of the days past, and there were no restrictions on who could participate. Everyone was included. And at prom, we couldn't fit all the people on the dance floor. All the seats were practically empty. And I don't want to make any generalizations, but I'm pretty sure that everyone's response to the classic "How was prom?" was actually surprisingly very fun. And food stuff, though. Unfortunately, when we leave here today, the dominance of your memory of Montgomery will be placed upon those 4 long, grueling years of hell-like torture that they tried to play off at school. So you'll go into summer, so ready to leave this place behind, to go off into a new world of learning, work, and experiences on your own. However, before you leave the ceremony, I ask you to reflect upon everything that has gotten you to this point. Remember the classes that you loved, and the people who got you to the classes that you didn't love as much. Remember the teachers that were not only educators, but also mentors for life. Remember those staff members that cared about how you're faring in your personal life, and genuinely wanted to see you succeed. And if you feel like these words don't apply to your experience, you didn't look hard enough. Because that description just characterizes almost every staff member in this building. I hold here a book that was given to me by Miss Eichel, a piece of her personal property that was given to me more than willingly, just at the simple request to expand my knowledge of literature. And although I can't show this, I also hold the advice in conversations that have weighed heavily on my view of the world with staff like Miss Eichel, like Miss Kim, Coach Gerv, Miss Murphy, and of course, Mr. Stewart. I'd like to thank all of you, all the staff at Montgomery, for exceeding your job descriptions, for being so much more than just educators. To my graduates, no matter what your feelings are for this school, Montgomery is a part of your identity. It has incubated your passions, your learning, and your experiences. Montgomery has given you an opportunity to attain your dreams, no matter how far-fetched. Unfortunately, I feel that for some of us, our dreams for the future have caused us to miss opportunities in our last 4 years. We've been so driven to achieve one goal that we've closed out the world around us. Our curiosity may have been sacrificed for the ability to stay on a path that is known to lead to a certain goal. Something they may have found to love was deemed not important enough and got in the way of attaining the grades you wanted, so you let the opportunity flee from you. There may have been something that sounded interesting, but you were embarrassed to participate because it stigmatized as something uncool by your peers, so you let it go. I want to tell you that it's okay to take a chance at something that you might find fun, even at the expense of a couple percentage points. There's nothing wrong about taking a chance to enjoy your life, and there's certainly nothing wrong about doing something that others may think is stupid. This is your life. Many of you will be attending some form of higher education next year, and I plead once again, do not take this opportunity lightly. Do not think of your future years as just some bridge to an eventual profession. Enjoy your education, explore your curiosities, invest in your passions, and please, please veer off that checklist to success sometimes. Don't be afraid to be laughed at, and never ever fear that you may fail. I feel that if you follow this sentiment, your days may be brighter, the colors around you more vivid. The following statement may be in complete hypocrisy of what I just spewed out for the last few minutes of this speech. However, I have high expectations for you, my beloved class of 2018. Not high hopes as in I want a 30 to be doctors, a 30 to be lawyers, and a 30 to be in Congress. No, I have high hopes for you as individuals in society. From what I've witnessed in the last few years, I have no doubt that all of you will continue after Montgomery to further your kindness, your understanding of different perspectives, and better yourselves as well-informed citizens. For those of you who may know me well, this should come as no surprise, but I hope that all of you make your daily decisions with the welfare of the earth in mind. Most of all, no matter what endeavors come your way in the following years, I hope you're happy. I hope you're doing what makes you want to get up in the morning and surround yourself with people that make you want to come home at night. When the reunion comes around in 10 years, and trust me, that's going to happen, I'm not going to care about your PhD or what firm you just partnered with. I'm going to care about the smiles on your faces and the stories we can recall. Much love to all of you. Thank you for everything. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce the principal of Montgomery High School, Mr. Paul J. Papaduke. It is my pleasure to introduce the salutatorian for the class of 2018, Dana Shar. Dana, come on up. Heels and all. During her first 4 years here at MHS, Dana has taken 9 honors courses and 8 AP courses and earned a cumulative GPA of 99.76. She also earned a perfect score on the Math 2 SAT subject test. Dana has been recognized by our MHS community for her outstanding academic work. She received the MHS Mathematics Achievement Award and was on the principal's honor roll 15 of the 16 marking periods. Dana was inducted into the National Honor Society, and during her time, she was named head of tutoring. She also served as president of the Doctors of Tomorrow Club, which helps students explore careers in the medical field through hospital tours and guest lectures. Athletics are another large part of Dana's life. She was a 4-year member of our girls' varsity basketball team and served as a team captain during her senior year. Dana volunteered her time as a coach and camp counselor for youth basketball and softball. Her commitment to athletics resulted in receipt of the Montgomery Basketball Association Michael D'Amato Scholarship and the Montgomery High School Athletic Department Dunham Scholarship. When not focused on her academic and athletic responsibilities, Dana found ways to give back to the community. Dana was an elected member of the Somerset County Youth Leadership Council. This role allowed her to work with other high school students in the county to learn about and discuss local ethical issues. She also founded and still directs the Pause for Reading program at SAVE Animal Rescue. This program created a mutually beneficial relationship where young readers could practice reading aloud while the animals gained valuable socialization experience with the children. The program has grown to reach over 80 families in multiple counties. Dana will continue her education at Georgetown University in the fall. An interesting epidemic plagues the senior class about halfway through their final year in high school. Physicians and scientists alike are baffled by its epidemiology, yet there are some symptoms that can be explained with a high degree of knowledge. It all begins when seniors start to wear sweats to school every day. When, in the last 4 years, have we really had the time to live in the moment? Sometimes I ask myself why I was still trying in the third and fourth marking periods. After all, I was already into college. Were all my efforts wasted? I now have the wisdom to respond with a resounding no. Second semester senior year was a time for my classmates and I to get to know who we truly are. For once in our lives, we were free to learn without the pressure of maintaining stellar grades. For once, we weren't afraid to fail. We tested the extent of our knowledge gained from listening in class rather than from memorizing the textbook. We asked questions out of innate curiosity. We worked smarter, not harder. We slept more, studied less, and reconnected with friends. Senioritis doesn't sound so debilitating to me. High school has been described with so many adjectives. Challenging, awkward, invigorating, necessary. But these words only scratch the surface of the experience the senior class and I walk away with today. Montgomery High School has cultivated future philanthropists, entrepreneurs, and undeniable leaders in their respective communities. Every one of my classmates, whom I was fortunate enough to get to know, is inquisitive, passionate, and open-minded. Three vital characteristics in today's world. Even when faced with senioritis, we have some spark in us that motivates us to keep trying, at least just a little, not for the grade, but for expanding our knowledge and preparing us for our futures. That one spark can change the world. I've lived in Montgomery for my entire life. I've attended Montgomery Township School since kindergarten, where I met the majority of my friends, whom I'm still close with today. My classmates and I have shared countless memories over the years, like competing in capture the flag on fun day, striving for the black belt in DES band karate, celebrating Heritage Day, and testing out new dances at the UMS socials. Our senior year memories were even more special, as it was the last time we all be together as one united class. It started with senior sunrise, admittedly the first time I arrived at school before 7:20 a.m. Next, we traveled all the way to Disney, a trip that truly felt magical when exploring with our friends. We eagerly awaited prom, girls posting their dresses in the Facebook group starting back in early January. We got shout-outs from Gerb at the senior dinner dance. Seemingly, in a blink, we now graduate, celebrating the culmination of 13 years of schooling. Whether we like it or not, life will never be the same once we graduate. Remember, change is the only constant. Embracing this idea will open doors to all the exciting opportunities ahead of us. Speaking on behalf of my class, I want to take the time to recognize some of the most impactful teachers over our 4 years here at MHS. Dr. Fishman, thanks for teaching us to never take your word for it, and for referring to complicated calculus solutions as cute. Mr. Griffin, thanks for simply getting us as high schoolers. Rama B, you never failed to bring a smile to our faces. We will always remember your love for cricket. Thanks to all the MHS administrators and faculty for making our high school experience unforgettable. Finally, I would like to reiterate our thanks to our parents, siblings, and loved ones for believing in us and for teaching us to believe in ourselves. On a more personal note, I would like to thank my family for their unwavering love, guidance, and support. I wouldn't be standing up here without them. Class of 2018, your enthusiasm, passion, and natural drive will continue to motivate those around you. Although it will be difficult at points, I'm confident that we are prepared for the road ahead. Remind yourself why you work so hard and ultimately what you plan to do with your knowledge. Most importantly, find solace in the fact that your case of senioritis will benefit you in the future. Thank you and congratulations.
It is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2018, Priyanka Dilip. While taking 12 advanced placement and 10 honors courses in her time at MHS, Priyanka has amassed an incredible 100.09 GPA. She received perfect scores on her first attempt of the ACT, 36 out of 36, on the SAT subject test in math, level 2, chemistry, and French. She scored 1590 out of 1600 on her first and only attempt at the SAT. She's a 2018 National Merit Scholarship winner. She was a semifinalist in the U.S. Presidential Scholarship Program, and she was a New Jersey State winner for the National Center for Women in IT in both 2017 and 2018. Outside the classroom, Priyanka participated in the highly selective Liberty Science Center Partners in Science program, conducting a materials science research program on nanofabrication of high-efficient organic field effect transistors. Her work received first place award in the material science category, a first place award from the American Chemical Society, and she received a scholarship from Liberty Science Center. Priyanka attended the New Jersey Governor's School of Engineering and Technology. Her accomplishments there afforded her the opportunity to complete a full one-year research internship awarded by the U.S. Department of Energy at Princeton Plasma Physics Laboratory, developing medical and environmental applications at the laboratory for plasma nanosynthesis. So, what does Priyanka do in her spare time? She fluently speaks 4 languages and says her favorite pastime is listening to TED Talks while planking. She has proven an effective leader of her peers as the captain of our Science Olympiad team and is president of Habitat for Humanity and Cougars Coders Club. That is in addition to her work in the National Honor Society, where she has tutored other students in French, physics, and calculus. Priyanka is also part of Montgomery's successful peer leadership program. Priyanka will be attending Cornell University in the fall.
Thank you, Mr. Popadiuk, for your kind words. Respected teachers, staff, parents, guardians, friends, and the class of 2018, good evening and welcome. It is an honor to stand before all of you today, and I dedicate this honor to my parents and to my grandparents and to everyone who has ever stood by me. We have all reached this point through our own personal journeys. We have our stories and our past. But we look with great anxiety on what the future will hold for us. How can we take this amazing foundation that we have built at Montgomery and make our future selves and the world we see today better? Well, we become a starfish. Let me tell you a story. One day, an old man was walking along a beach that was littered with thousands of starfish that had been washed ashore by the high tide. As he walked, he came upon a young child who was eagerly As he walked, he came upon a young child who was eagerly throwing the starfish back into the ocean, one by one. Puzzled, the man looked at the child and asked what he was doing. Without looking up from his task, the child simply replied, "I'm saving these starfish, sir." The old man chuckled and said, "Son, there are thousands of starfish and only one of you. What difference can you make?" The child picked up a starfish, gently tossed it into the water, and turning to the man, said, "I made a difference to that one." And indeed, that starfish went on to live fully and fearlessly in the 7 seas. And so will we, if only we let ourselves accept the child's help to reach the vast oceans beyond Montgomery. My own stranded starfish moment came 5 years ago. Everything that I knew was left 8,000 miles behind in India when I moved to the US in 8th grade. Every single thing was different. School to me had always been vast classrooms with rows of students in the same boring uniform. So my 8th grade self's first question, of course, was, what do kids even wear to school, if not a school uniform? My panicking self was skeptical at my counselor's seemingly vague reassurances that the Montgomery family will guide you. A few days later, I received a school package in the mail. Inside was a charming handmade folder titled Fashion Catalog. A group of Montgomery students whom I had never before met in my life had carefully put together pictures of spring, summer, and winter wear, complete with matching shoes and accessories and best places to buy them. That was the day I realized how far a small gesture could go in making a difference to that one starfish on its journey to the ocean. Letting people into my life has been the most humbling and rewarding experience for me. Some of the most warm-hearted people whom I have met this way are my middle school teachers, who are especially here for me today. Mademoiselle Kotak, who has taught me even throughout high school, Mrs. Ferrante, and Mrs. Kaniki. And this warmth continued in high school. Many of us admire Mr. Flug, whom I remember sitting down with an imaginary bag of popcorn every time I launched into one of my infamous monologues. but who never once cut me off. I also remember Mr. Sullivan, who took the hour-long trips to attend my final research presentations. Then Mr. Glock, my guidance counselor, who was the quiet voice of support throughout the roller coaster that is high school. And of course, the Science Olympiad team. You have brought me closer with inspirational seniors and lifelong friends as we pushed and cheered each other to excel beyond our individual capacities. I know that every one of the 412 soon-to-be graduates here today has stories like mine. To our mentors and friends, please accept that we appreciate these gestures, however small. But let's all think back to that starfish story one more time. We have all been the stranded starfish at some point, but at the same time, like that child on the beach, many of us have turned around to help others who are struggling on their own journeys. Yes, Montgomery brings out our competitive side, our independence, and the drive to push our boundaries. But we have all stepped forward in some way for someone, whether that's on the sports field, during band practice, in the science lab, in the community around us. We have made lives better because we reached out and made a difference. So, how do we take these amazing foundations that we have built at Montgomery and make the world we see today better? Class of 2018, as we sit here today at the shores of much bigger oceans, college, the military, the workforce, or simply a journey of self-exploration, join me as we make a pledge to our future selves. Let us acknowledge that our lives ahead will be full of crushing failures and grand successes. Yet, let us promise ourselves that we will not hesitate to reach out for guidance when we need it, or to readily extend a helping hand where that is needed. Let us also acknowledge that the sheer enormity of the challenge ahead might seem insurmountable. Yet, let us promise ourselves that we will not hesitate to stand up and be counted for every ounce of effort that has forged our persevering spirit. And finally, let us promise ourselves to never lose that childlike sense of wonder and honest joy that has boosted us all these years in high school. At every step, we will encounter naysayers who will question our core values or attempt to push us into mindless routines. Yet, let us pledge that we will stay true to that inner compass that guides us on our own journeys. This we promise ourselves today. Montgomery High School's class of 2018. Go forth and explore the oceans. I am proud to be one among you. Thank you.